Hello, Silver Community. It's Sterling Cannabis with you once again. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about diversifying your stack, um, getting the most out of it when the entire financial system collapses. And going to the store with fiat isn't going to work anymore. Getting the things you need done isn't going to happen with fiat. Yeah, it'll be kind of like going back into the Stone Age in a way. I mean, we've got more technology, but commerce is going to be very hindered. Maybe a very short period of time, but it will happen. No question about it. So, this is not coconut yogurt. What this is one of my buckets of copper pennies. What are the three metals that are God's money? Copper, silver, and gold. You should have some of all of them. Now, I have a little advantage. I work in a market and I work at a register. I hunt that register every day that I'm at work, and I buy every cent, every copper cent that comes through that drawer for 1 zinc cent. Sometimes I give them dimes and nickels too, but having copper is a good thing. There was a time when I was a kid, a couple of pennies would buy you enough candy to satisfy a sweet tooth. It might happen again. Silver. Generic silver. Now what this tube is it's not a tube full of beavers, but it's just a bunch of generic, wow, there's a bunch of sunshine minting. That's good stuff, huh? But there's an Aztec, a Trump, Four Horses of the Apocalypse. This is one I got from Steve Rice. It's Jefferson Davis coin. Very cool. COVID. A lion, African, a Morgan copy, just a horsey. That came from my Bigfoot hide and seeker win. And then there's a Liberty Bell, and then the beaver sits on top. But just a bunch of generic silver. Good stuff to have. Rounds are great because they're 1 ounce, but bars are maybe a little cheaper to obtain. This one I obtained at a spot deal from finebullionprices.com. Spot deals long time ago. This one I got from the same way, from Silver Gold Bull. This was their spot deal that they had run for a long time. A year ago this last summer, they stopped doing it. In the fall, they brought it back for a few days. And it was at that time when silver dropped real radically, real quick, and then bounced back up, that it got under 20 bucks. I got this thing at $19.99 an ounce, 200 bucks for 10 ounces of silver. Love that today, huh? But you can even get really fancy stuff too sometimes. I've got this Scottsdale Mint 10-ounce tombstone. Came in the mail just this week. This is, it's Scottsdale, high premium. I paid under $27 an ounce. Now it's dropped even more since, but I felt really, really good about that at $27 an ounce. And, it's still just silver, but it's fun stuff too. But what I really want? Well, the foundation for my silver stack is dollars. Now, this is a tube of peace dollars. Got a few tubes of them. Got a couple tubes of Morgans too. They're all culls. And some of them look really good. They might grade better than a cull, but mostly they're just 3/4 of an ounce of silver. And then I got some of these too. What are the? These are complete, uncirculated, commemorative dollars. Buy them from the mint, you're going to pay through the wazoo for them. They're ridiculous. I do not recommend buying things from the mint if you are stacking. If you're a collector, well, collect what you want, right? And I would never call this stackable silver. But I love my vertical pours. But these right here, every once in a while, can pick them up for spot plus a reasonable premium. Couple $3. Those are really good. And best thing, dimes might be the best thing. Silver dimes. I got a lot of them. Always working on a tube. Or nickels. 2 1/4 ounces, or just about 2 1/4 ounces, and $2. They're ugly. People don't really want them. You can pick them up at a good price. It's 1 3/4 grams of silver. These dimes are only 2 1/2. It's a good fraction. Half dollars, they're the king. I roll them $14 into a roll, so it's 10 ounces. Same amount of silver as those bars. Nowadays, premiums on them are kind of ridiculous. I got a lot of this stuff when you could pick it up at spot or very, very close to spot, but it's still a good thing to have because people are going to know when there's nothing else that stuff was made by the government, and they can research it and feel comfortable about it. Always working on collecting the constitutional. But how are you going to put gold into your stack? Said want to be diversified. And I know there's people out there that have got ounces and ounces and ounces. Most of us don't have $2,000 or close to $2,000 to spend at one time on their savings, on their prepping, on their stacking, whatever term you want to use. But if you're going to be buying a tube of silver, that's $600. They're about maybe a little less now. What about fractional gold? These here, that's a 2 peso, a 2 1/2 peso, and a 5 peso. Once again, premiums have gone crazy on everything. But I do remember picking a couple of these particular coins up at LCS's for less than spot. Not a lot less, a couple bucks. But it's government issued. And if you study gold, you're going to know that each peso is approximately 3/4 gram of gold. 90% gold. I remember when I was a kid, they called that dirty gold because it wasn't pure, but our gold was dirty gold too. These here, these are private issued 1/10 ounces, but it's Colorado Gold from Prospector Gold and Gems. But these 10th ounces you can get from them, I believe they're 4.9s. They're really reasonable. I got a couple of them in there. And it's pure gold. And it came out of the mines in the U.S. Well, who's got current gold that's got really reasonable premiums? I got two examples. Austrian Philharmonics. The one little one in there is a 1/25th, barely over a gram. And then there's a 10th ouncer behind it. These are 4.9s, and they're just pretty. I love the stampings on them are not going to offend anybody. It's musical instruments. This is something that came from Austria. When we were in the gold embargo, but you could still have collectible coins. This is like 0.98 something purity. It's ridiculous how pure this is, but it's not 3.9s or 4.9s, because then it would have to be bullion. It's a coin, it's a restrike, but they made these so that they could sell these in the coin shops over here during the gold embargo. Kind of cool. But the other company or country, which isn't really a country, but it is government-backed stuff, I don't know, is the Noah's Arks. And these things are as low a premium as any gold that there is out there. I kind of like these little capsules, but I kind of don't, because I'd like to be able to get it out and put it on the scales and blah, 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 Hold it in my hands. I don't care about fingerprints. I'm just not like that. That is a 1/2 ounce. But they make these things in a 1 gram. I haven't seen them available in a long time. But they're under $100 and they're beautiful. And it's going to come in one of these little capsules too. But you can get copper cent for cent. Get rolls of pennies and hunt them. Keep the copper. Silver, whatever way you want to go. I think, the government issued stuff might be a little helpful when it comes to barter time. And gold, for those bigger items, we're still going to need vehicles. We're still going to need homes. But just, have what you have for what you need. If you go into the store to buy a Coca-Cola and a candy bar, you don't need an ounce of silver. Or a nickel might cover it. Love you guys. Peace out. Get you some silver, get you some gold, get you some copper. It'll help.